za pokušino in seveda povabilo lahko pozdravimo predavatelja gospod Amin Sorour. So, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Everything is yours. Yeah.
Thank you. Dober dan. Yeah, well, I've got a little bit of a story to share with you. It's a personal story about a team member that I work with, one of the brightest. And she came to me with a request that took me by surprise. It was 10 years ago, and we've been working in a private university. It was a British Egyptian private university in Egypt with a huge amount of students, more than 14,000 students and more than 2,000 employees and lots of thousands of alumni. And her request was very weird, a bit different. She's working in L&D, responsible for the whole L&D operations, and she's doing brilliantly fine, progressing very well. She's praised, paid well, and everything is fine. It's as if she's wired to grow impressively. And she requested to take a very weird task, the most hated task among the team members, and it's out of her team completely. She's working in L&D, and she wants to take on a task from the discount benefits. We've been creating some agreements with shops and outlets and modes and whoever provides services for our staff members and alumni. And we're negotiating with them to give us a huge amount of exclusive discounts for nothing, just to offer our employees and alumni a huge amount of discount. But they are their own customers, so they didn't make sense of what kind of benefits we get. And even the guy responsible for this task hates it the most. He would have traded off for nothing. So I couldn't understand how you want to take on this task. You're already moving well. And she was like, I have a plan, and I know how to do it well, and that's for my own purpose. I want to make this task a success. And she insisted, and I approved. Let's go on, nothing to lose. She keeps the same job she's doing and taking on a task that is failing. And I was judging the task from my own perspective because I couldn't see myself doing this task, but begging customers and shops to give us a discount. So I accepted very low level of results and very low level of achievements. I understood that the guy is responsible for the whole full-fledged of compensation benefits from matrix and job grading and job evaluation reward systems, and we've been launching a new total reward approach. So I understand why we're failing for this. And I approved, and wow. She has transformed a very silly, boring job into enjoyable, rewarding, pleasurable, and effective job beyond our expectations. She has a completely different approach because she works in events and she knows how to create events that help everyone has a positive experience. So she created a series of events for Christmas Bazaar, for International Women's Days, and for many different, for international, we have 64 nationalities, different nationalities, so we had many international days, and invited those providers to sell their own products on campus for 14,000 students and 2,000 staff members. And you can imagine how much profit they can get for more than 16,000 customers in one place. And you have the opportunity to sell for them. And it was, again, it's two benefits, giving us a share, a revenue share. If you sell, we get a revenue share. If you didn't, so well, we did nothing. We get nothing. And another perspective is, another condition is to get a huge exclusive amount of discount for the whole year. So you subscribe for 12 events once, then you get the whole benefits for the whole year. And she has generated revenue. The employees had an opportunity to celebrate different occasions and to have a very good experience in the events. And we had more than 600 customers offering exclusive discount benefits. Our customers achieved a huge amount of profit, and we had more than 2 million Egyptian pounds in revenue. So a job that is being completely different just because she has perceived the job from her own perspective. And as a leader, I did nothing. Or as a manager, I did nothing. No guidance, no teaching, no monitoring, no follow-up. all I did is probably given her the chance to do things that she loved. And I can recall the famous saying of Steve Jobs at this point, that we hire people who tell us how to do the job and what to do, not the other way around. This a completely transformative when you look at how magical things are progressing when people have the chance to do things that they love, the way they want, when they want, and how they want. I want to take a page from her book for the coming few minutes, discussing with you some perspectives of how we can leverage and nurture leadership systems and leadership perspectives. Not necessarily about leaders, and I'm not intending to teach anybody how to be a good leader, because I tend to think that we all have leadership potential. We have different leadership roles, but everybody can flourish and thrive as a leader at his own or her own sense. And when we are speaking about personalization, leaders are also unique. So there are a million ways for leaders to grow and thrive as leaders, not necessarily within our competency models, not necessarily within our job descriptions. And I want to look at the other perspective for how we can look at leadership as a system, what things that we can do as an organization, as HR leaders collectively, to build this muscle and to help our leaders find their own space.